everybody to the broadcast tonight. Lovely Saturday night here. Anyway, we're gonna talk about some NFL real quick, and then we may play some Roblox here. We have a special guest here. We have Jacob. How you doing, Jacob, this evening? I don't know if his mic is working, but anyway, we are gonna have the Bears at the Browns here. Bears at Browns. This may be a great game. It's gonna be Bears at Browns tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and share our screen here, and it will be. Yep, here we go.
Cleveland Browns take to the road this week. Dog pound, not worried about record. Just want to see if Prime Time 2.0 is going to be an actual thing.
Sanders will keep. And to the end zone. Shador Sanders runs his way in for 6. He maneuvered his way out of a sack, a tackle, and gets the touchdown.
They are in Chicago this week. Bear down, hoping week 14 wasn't the clock striking midnight. Just because the glass slipper lost a shank doesn't mean it's all over, right?
Intercepted! Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it!
Even the best high-wire act eventually slips, usually into a net, so the Bears kind of hoping Cleveland is their net and they bounce back up onto the wire. To do that, they could really use more from their passing attack. For glass half full to Bear fans, Caleb Williams came on late versus Green Bay, some nice throws, both his touchdowns in the second half.
Touchdown! Oh, Olamide Zaccheaus!
For the glass half empty folks, 76 rating because he completed less than 60% of his passes for the 9th time in his last 10 games. He wouldn't make the A team right now. Hannibal, BA, Face, and Murdoch occasionally hit a tire at least. Per PFF, 22% of his passes versus Green Bay, uncatchable. For 2025, 24%. No quarterback in the NFL has a higher off-target rate. Mallory Archer would tell you that's how you get ants and leave games with 21 points and not 28 or more.
Williams surveys incomplete. Tried to get it underneath the burden, but he missed him by a wide margin.
He doesn't face an easy team to pass on this week. You can dismiss their play versus Cam Ward if you want. 14 of 28 passing, only 117 yards, 4-2 an attempt, 70 rating, but it's also a defense holding quarterbacks to a sub-90 rate for the season. And of course, he has to worry about Myles Garrett. Browns only had 1 sack last week. He got it. 7 straight games with a bag plus. At 20 now, 3 away from breaking the NFL single-season record.
His 20th sack of this
Incredible.
season.
This is incredible. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, no, now he's 2.5 away from tying, 3 away from setting the single-season record.
Williams is an escape artist, still does get caught though. He's taken a sack 7 of his last 8 games, but no more than 2 in any. Didn't have Rome Odunze last week.
Rome Odunze out today.
Didn't lead to a big
So everybody, welcome back to NFL Network here, and we will be talking about the Browns at the Bears tomorrow. So obviously, the Browns are not looking very good this year, Jacob. But the Cleveland Browns here are 3-10, and they're on the road tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Soldier Field at the Chicago Bears. That would be an awesome game to see tomorrow. And not, the Bears are 9-4. They obviously threw a pick in the end zone to lose against the Packers. Very upsetting at Lambeau Field. But I think that the Bears may have a great chance of beating the Browns as long as they don't let Myles Garrett, their defensive end. I think Miles Garrett on the Browns. He's a good defensive end and like loves to sack quarterbacks. So as long as they don't pull their guards and get stuck right there, then I think the Bears would be just fine. Um, but yeah, so I don't. The probability is like a 95-5 chance that the Browns are gonna lose to the Bears. And to be honest with you, I think that should be that way based off of how they are playing right now. Um, but let's see here. We also have the Packers at the Broncos. Broncos 11-2, and I believe the Packers are 8-4-1 or something like that. And it's either 8-4-1 or 9-4-1. But the Packers are one of those two, and they did win against the Bears last week. Exciting for the Packers. But I don't know if they'll win because the Broncos and Patriots right now in the AFC are fighting for that first place in the AFC conference. And while the Bears and Packers are trying to fight for the NFC number one right now because the Bears did lose last week and then the Packers took first place. But the Packers are most likely to lose this game this week to one of the best teams in the AFC, and we play the Bears play the one of the worst teams in the AFC as well, which the Bears will have a better chance of being first up there in the NFC North again. So that may be better for the Bears this week than last week. Obviously, it was a disappointing loss last week, but I think the Bears played their greatest and hardest last week, and I think that was great for them. So yeah, I think that would be great. And yeah, predictions: the Bears are going to win tomorrow. And yeah, Jacob, what do you think? Do you think the Bears are going to win tomorrow against a 3-10 team? Like come on, they're 3-10. I don't think. Let me see if I can try. I pulled up your audio. I don't really.
Game for DJ Moore, -4 yards. Luther Burden led the team with 67 yards.
Great pass protection. You see that late, but here's Luther Burden, the young receiver, finding a hole in the zone.
Cole Kmet, 42 yards.
And that's a perfect strike to Kmet in stride.
Colston Loveland, a touchdown, 29 yards.
Colston Loveland, touchdown!
The flow of their loss to Green Bay kind of altered Chicago's typically run-first offense. It was still plenty efficient. Kyle Monangai, 57 yards, 4.1 a carry. DeAndre Swift, 68 yards on 4.8 a scamper.
DeAndre Swift keeps it moving.
And you could see those two playing a big role then, as the biggest reason Cleveland gave up 31 points last week to the second lowest scoring team in the NFL was because they gave up over 160 yards to Tony Pollard 2 times. touchdowns, 6.4 per carry.
Pollard still going. Unbelievable run. He's going to take it to the house for a touchdown.
Tony Pollard does the rest. He gets in the open field like that. You ain't catching him. And the Tennessee Titans offense is operating.
That was a little like burying the lead when it comes to this matchup. And you can argue waiting this long to talk about Shedeur is out of order too. Sanders with that rushing touchdown we saw earlier to go along with 3 TD passes, 360 plus yards. Brownies, could he be the one?
What else does he have up his sleeve?
29 points, second most they've put together all year, but 24 plus in 2 of Sanders' 3 starts. Yeah, last week it was against the Titans, but here's why he could do it again. Shown himself to be a guy who likes chunk plays. Chicago secondary giving up 11.4 per catch, 24th in the NFL. They gave up a 45-yard TD to Bo Melton, gave up 3 touchdowns to Jordan Love, gave up 28 points to the
Welcome back, everybody, to NFL Network, and yeah. So we were gonna be saying that the Packers may have a terrible chance of winning the Broncos game tomorrow, and here's why: the Packers, they're an amazing team, but the Packers, like, they're going against an 11-2 team. I would be very, very surprised if the Broncos sold this game. And I would think the Broncos will have this game in the bag because they are an 11 team too, and they're fighting for a spot in the AFC conference with the Patriots too. And the Patriots, I didn't expect them to get that far with Drake May, but oh boy, did they not disappoint. So yeah, I'm not surprised that if, the Packers lose this game. I wouldn't be surprised. But you would obviously expect the Packers and the Bears to be a good game last week. But it was a good game in the second half. But the Bears in the first half, they just didn't really have that mentality and confidence. They just didn't have it. And I don't know what was going on, but the Bears just didn't have it, and that's okay because the Bears found out, and they're gonna become better.